Hey everybody, and welcome back to Questbound. Today we have got a good one for you guys. We are going to be talking about the supply or die missions. And specifically, we're going to be talking about the cargo missions where you're transporting tin and pressurized ice to three different stations in Pyro. That'll be the three main stations: Obituary, Checkmate, and Ruin. Um, this has been crazy. I think in the time I've been playing, this is the most money I've ever made. We, in about 12 hours, 12 to 24 hours of doing these missions, we were able, as a group of three, to do a little over 200 million in missions, doing the $26 million missions. It's been crazy and it's a wild ride, so let's buckle up and I'll walk you through this. All right, so in the supplier die missions here, you have several different mission types. So we'll just go over those really quickly here, just so you know what there is out there, what we're not going to be talking about, what we are going to be talking about here. So you have got these salvage missions. These are ones where you're going to be picking up recycled materials and construction materials. You're either going to go get those yourself. I think you can buy those and turn them in, but you're moving more of these for less money than doing the tin and pressurized ice. The other thing, the big one right now, is the Detatrine. Those are the missions where you go down to a handful of depots across some planets and some moons, and you pay for the Detatrine at these depots, and you bring it up your planet side. You then load those into your ship, and you take them and you deliver them. Now, a couple things with this, and if I'm just missing the point of the Detatrine, or I'm missing some big thing on this, please throw a comment in there and let me know. But it seems to me like you have to spend a lot of money, and you have to move a lot of cargo, and you're on planet side, so people can come and they can fight you, they can kill you, they can take your Detatrine. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the containers of Detatrine are explosive because the Detatrine itself is explosive, so you can shoot those containers and they blow up. So for fun, absolutely. If you're looking for some good PvP, go do these. But I don't think that that's where the big money is being made, unless you're like an org and you can lock one of these down and you're just sending ship like Herc after Herc after Herc. I mean, a Herc holds in the 600, I think it's the upper 600 SCU of cargo at a time. So even with a Herc, you have, and that has the biggest cargo bay in the game right now. You'd have to run several of those to get this for 24 mil, and a million things could go wrong. So if that's not what's going on there and I'm totally wrong on that, please drop a comment. I would love to be proven wrong. I'm going to go do these here very soon because we like, my little group, we like PvP, but right now we're focusing on money. The other thing we have here is this one, the copper and corundum. This is a little easier because these resources are a little more plentiful, but again, you have to move more cargo for less money. Okay, the big ones that we are looking for is the 6 million tin pressurized ice. The down in here, let's see, there's another, where is it? 790k tin pressurized ice, and here's the big one, guys, 26 million for 228 of tin, 228 of pressurized ice. That is nothing. In a Caterpillar or a Hercules, you can do this in one go. You can go get the tin, you can go get the ice, you can bring it all back, turn it in, all in one go. The thing with the pressurized ice too, you can get this at several different places. I think 4 different places, 2 in Pyro, 2 in Stanton. In Pyro, you can get this at Ruin Station. You can get this at Megumi Refueling. Now, I would say buy this at Ruin because Ruin is one of the 3 places that you're going to be asked to turn this in. So You can see here this says checkmate. Sometimes it'll be checkmate, sometimes it'll be obituary, sometimes it'll be ruin. I've found that it will never tell you to turn this stuff in when you're standing at one of these stations. Like say you're standing at obituary, it's not going to tell you to turn it in at obituary. So what I've been doing is I've been going to obituary to give myself a 50-50 chance that it will tell me to turn this in at ruin. You can buy pressurized ice at ruin, so then you just go there. If you have some there, which I recommend you do, you go to ruin and just stockpile some there. Go there, you bring it up on your elevator, you send it down on your elevator, boom, that half of the mission is done. The tin, that is the choke point of this whole mission right here. The tin is the worst part of this mission, and we're going to talk about why here in just a minute. All right, so for the tin, the reason why this is the worst choke point of this whole mission right here is because you can only get this in one place right now. That is the Magnus jump point in Stanton. That is the only place you can get tin. So if you're in Stanton, go there first. And you're gonna have to channel your inner standing in line at Disneyland, because this place has been absolutely crowded. As you can see here, every time I went to the station on across every server, I was doing a little server hopping just to see how it was. There were people everywhere, and it is bringing out the worst in people. People are trying to run and jump into players who are looking on a screen to see if they can knock them off so that they can take the screen. If you're on a screen, people will get up in between your face and the screen so you can't see. People are flashing their flashlights at you. It is sad, to say the least, at what I'm seeing here. It is bringing out the worst in our player base, but unfortunately that's just how it is. It's the only place to get the tin. Now, even with all the lines and everything going on, as soon as I was able to secure a screen, I was able to get tin. The other people who were running with me, they were able to get tin. It takes a little bit of patience. I never had to wait more than like 10 minutes. Because, and I don't know the respawn rate on the tin here at Magnus. I tried looking for it, but I couldn't find any hard information on like when these stations restock their commodities. But get on a screen. If it's sitting at 0, if there's no tin there, just wait. Just give it 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It'll restock automatically. So just get ready, make sure you have where you want it to deliver set to Magnus. Or if you want it set right to your ship, you can do that too. I don't like to pay the stocking fees, and then just wait. As soon as it pops up, just click it. I would suggest, we've experimented with box sizes here. We did the 8 SCU boxes and the 16 SCU boxes. 8 is good to start off with if you're working in something like a Zeus or something with a smaller cargo bay. The 8s are good because they're a little easier to move around. But once you get up to a Caterpillar or a Hercules, and you're not going to have to wait long. I mean, if you can start with the 6 mil missions where you are moving 63 SCU of each, you could very easily do this in a Zeus or something, a bit smaller and be just fine. You could go rent a Taurus and be just fine, or a freelancer. So I would suggest, if you have the ship that can handle the capacity, get the 16 SCU boxes. They're easier to handle. You're gonna move a lot less of them, especially if you're doing this solo. Get the bigger boxes so that you don't have to move as many of them. So as soon as you're able to get some, send it to the station. Then you want to head over, grab your ship, and start loading up. You're going to want to take as much tin as you can possibly carry every time you leave Stanton to go to Pyro. If you can get a good chunk of tin and get it over to Pyro, then you can pop a few of these in a row. What we did was we got enough to pop 4 of the 26 mil missions. That's 228 SCU per mission, so we had enough to do 4 of those. We drug it all over to Pyro, and we just had it there. And then we had already had pressurized ice there. We had gone to Ruin before and gotten some pressurized ice, and then you just go and you can get the full 228 SCU of tin and full 228 SCU of pressurized ice in a Herc or in a Caterpillar with room to spare, and you can pop the whole mission in one trip. Um, and that's it, folks. It is really as easy as that. Now, I can already hear my comment section going crazy, but it's not that easy. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen.
That's impossible!
There is, but to be honest, in 12 hours that we did this, I barely ran into any game-breaking issues. I think they did a pretty good job this time around on point two of getting rid of a lot of those errors. The only things you're really going to run into, I ran into some hanger queues at a couple of the stations, but nothing bad, not any more than like 4 at a time, and so you wait like 10 minutes and then you get in the station. So all in all, it's not bad. I would say if you already have some tin and some pressurized ice just sitting around, if you're able to do that, I'm not going to put that in the total time frame, because you could walk up and get all the tin you want, or you could walk up and have to wait 10 minutes. So I would say if you already have tin, you already have pressurized ice, you're running one person, you have a Caterpillar or a Hercules, you can very easily, in about an hour, go get the tin, go get the pressurized ice, turn in the 26 mil mission. Boom, there's 26 mil just for you. We were running in a group of 3. It made it a lot easier, and I don't know if it made it faster, but it was more fun and it made it easier. But you could very, very easily do this by yourself. And that's it. If you guys like this content and want to see more, consider dropping a like and a subscribe. Drop some comments down in the comments. Let me know what your experiences have been with this. I'm getting the impression that this is not what the devs intended this to be. I thought that Deaderine was going to be the big ticket thing here, but it's the tin and pressurized ice. That's where all the money is. It's the easiest thing to do. So until next time, guys, remember, every great adventure begins with a quest.